In this episode of the Butt Chronicles, we take a look at Beavis and Butt-Head, episode 38, Naked Colony.
Welcome to Industrial Industries World Radio's The Butt Chronicles.
You said welcome.
Oh God.
Well, hey, what's up, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and butt munchers alike? Welcome to the Butt Chronicles, your audio guide to everything Beavis and Butt-Head, and I'm your host, DJ Glowing Ice. And today we are taking a look at Beavis and Butt-Head, episode 38, Naked Colony. It first aired on MTV on September 13th, 1993. That's all we need to know for now. So what happens in Beavis and Butt-Head in Naked Colony? Let's check it out. The episode starts at the Maxi Mart convenience store as Beavis and Butt-Head are in the magazine section. The boys are looking through a magazine called Hooters, and Butt-Head flips it sideways, making a centerfold in the magazine open. As the boys keep laughing, the clerk at the counter yells, "Hey, you gonna stare all day or you gonna buy something?" Butt-Head turns to him and says, I'm gonna stare all day. He then laughs, and the boys continue looking through the magazine. "Hey, Butt-Head, check it out," Beavis says as he points to a page. "Whoa, an ad with naked people. Cool. Look, there," Beavis says, pointing again. The page shows an almost nude man and woman with only leaves covering their private parts. They're running in a field with purple mountains in the background. Above that reads the words, Sunny Grove Nudist Colony. "Oh yeah, words," Butt-Head says, as he then, reading, puts his finger under every word. Sunny Grove Nudist Nude people. Butt-Head turns to Beavis and says, "We're there, dude." The next scene is a secretary sitting at her desk in the front office of Sunny Grove Nudist Colony. She's a younger woman with short brown hair, wearing a strapless purple top. She's writing things down with a pencil as she's answering a phone as Beavis and Butt-Head then enter the room. The secretary picks up the ringing phone and in a dull tone says, "Sunny Grove Nudist Colony, please hold." Cut back to the boys as Butt-Head says, we came to see naked girls." Yeah. Cut back to the secretary as she says, "Mr. Blackstone will see you shortly." "Is he naked?" asks Butt-Head, and then the boys laugh. The next scene is in Mr. Blackstone's office as Beavis and Butt-Head sit in front of Blackstone's desk. Mr. Blackstone is an older, gray-haired, overweight man with flabby man boobs covered in chest hair. Mr. Blackstone speaks to the boys. "At Sunny Grove, our philosophy is simple. We believe that nudity is the body's natural state." The boys laugh as Blackstone continues. "We enter the world naked. We shower naked. We make love naked. That's why we share our nudity with others." Cut to Butt-Head as it zooms in on his crotch. A scene cuts in with a big work whistle blowing as we see a metal machine arm moving left and right over a box that reads testosterone. Text pops up on the screen that reads, "Inside Butt-Head's reproductive organs." It scans to the right as we see a hose and shutoff valves pulse as the hose leads upwards next to a sign that reads, "To Butt-Head's brain." Zooming back out of Butt-Head's crotch, Mr. Blackstone continues saying, "Of course, we don't want members who are just out for a sexual experience. But you boys seem like a good risk to me." Cut to the boys sitting in chairs across the desk, and Butt-Head laughs and says, "Naked." "Yeah. All you need to join is your membership fee." Blackstone then reaches to the calculator on his desk and types something up and says, "Let's see, that's $4,000. Cut to Butt-Head's face, which then shows his eyes bugging out and shaking in surprise. Zooming back into his crotch, and seeing the testosterone machinery inside his body, the machinery comes to a halt and blows off steam. The next scene, Beavis and Butt-Head are standing in front of a 10-foot-high brick wall with a sign that reads private property attached to it. Butt-Head climbs onto Beavis' shoulders and then steps on his head. Butt-Head kicks Beavis' head.
Ah! Watch it!
Butt-Head climbs on top of the wall and Beavis screams,
Ah!
"Shut up, Beavis."
Oh yeah.
Beavis jumps up and grabs Butt-Head's hand, and then they both roll off the top of the wall and over into the nudist colony. Falling into the bushes, they stand up and look, wide-eyed. Beyond the bushes where Beavis and Butt-Head are, is a beach area of grass and a lake. On the beach area are nude people of all shapes and colors, as they all sit on blankets, reading books and talking to each other. Looking back to the boys, we see them shake and hear a sound effect indicating that they got stiffies. A woman's voice off screen asks,
"Are you two new here? You look lost. The layout is simple."
Cut from showing Butt-Head wide-eyed to the back of a naked woman facing the boys, talking to them. She goes on saying,
"The pool and jacuzzi are over there. Tennis courts are that way. Snack bar and lockers over that way. If you need anything, just ask for me, Donna."
Donna walks away as the boys still stand in the same spot, wide-eyed and stunned. A black screen with white text comes on reading, "Later that day." We see the boys still standing in the bushes, as a man's voice off screen says, "Who's up for volleyball?" People cheer and a volleyball flies past the boys. Another black screen with text comes on reading, "Later still." With the boys still in the bushes, a tennis ball flies back and forth in front of them as people clap. A third black screen comes on reading, "Later still," and the boys, still not moved from the bushes, see arms and hands wave past them splashing water as people yell, "Marco, Polo! Marco, Polo!" The day is over, and now it's nighttime, and we see a wide shot of the nudist colony as everyone is gone. Beavis and Butt-Head are still standing in the same spot in the bushes. As the crickets chirp and the stars twinkle, Beavis says,
Hey, Butt-Head, did you see that?
"Yeah." There's a pause, and then the boys laugh. A lot. A black screen comes on with text reading, 40 years later. We see an elderly-looking Beavis and Butt-Head sitting on the same couch in their house as they get interviewed for some news report. Butt-Head is bald with a few hairs left on the top and sides of his head. He's fat with stubble all over his face and chest hair coming from his shirt. It's the same AC/DC shirt he's always had, but now it's cut into a tank top. He's holding what could be a beer in his right hand and a lit cigarette in his left. Beavis is pretty much bald on the top of his head except for 6 hairs, and on the side and back of his head is a poof of gray hair. He's thin and frail, with slight stubble on his face. He's wearing glasses, and his mouth is sunken in from missing teeth. The reporter says, Beavis and Butt-Head, you have lived long and fruitful lives now. What would you say is your crowning achievement? The reporter brings the microphone to Butt-Head, as Butt-Head says in a much deeper voice, we saw naked people.
Yeah.
Beavis laughs and coughs, exposing the 3 teeth he has left in his mouth. The scene of elderly Beavis and Butt-Head then fades back into them in present day, still standing in the bushes at the nudist colony, laughing. "Life is cool," Beavis says. Then the boys laugh some more. And that is Beavis and Butt-Head in Naked Colony. Now let's check out the music videos. The first music video is Plush by Stone Temple Pilots, and Beavis asks if it's Pearl Jam. Butt-Head says, "Yeah, Eddie Vedder dyed his hair red." Beavis realizes that it isn't Pearl Jam, and Butt-Head says, "Yeah, it's good to see you thinking, Beavis." The boys say that the singer from Pearl Jam and the singer from Stone Temple Pilots make faces like actor John Belushi. Beavis then adds that John Belushi is dead. The boys debate on who came first, Pearl Jam or Stone Temple Pilots, and Butt-Head ends it by saying, well, they both suck. Beavis mentions that Pearl Jam doesn't suck because they came from Seattle. And Beavis thinks it's cool when he sees a bear in the music video, and Butt-Head says, "It takes a lot more than bears to make a video cool, Beavis." Beavis replies,
What if the bear was like taking a dump?
"Well, that might work." Next music video is The Way I Feel About You by Karen White. And seeing Karen White in a sexy maid outfit, Butt-Head says, "Come to Butt-Head."
Yeah, me too.
Beavis mentions the black cat in the video, and Butt-Head asks, "You're looking at the cat? How old are you, Beavis?" As Karen White kisses the camera in the video, Butt-Head puts his hand on the TV screen. "Someday, Beavis, you're gonna have urges like me."
Shut up, Butt-Head. I'm checking out the chick too.
And then they change it. Next video is I Wish You Were a Beer by the Cycle Sluts from Hell, which we've covered this music video in a previous episode, the episode Way Down Mexico Way Part 1. So if you want to know more about that music video, check out that episode. Moving on, the last music video we got is Heterosexual Man by The Odds. Butt-Head says the guys sitting with beers in the video seem pretty cool. Beavis says,
If I was like old enough to drink and I was at a bar and I saw these guys, I'd sit down next to them and say, "Hey, how's it going, man?"
"Yeah, and then they kick your ass," replies Butt-Head.
Shut up, Butt-Head. I could take these guys.
Butt-Head doubts Beavis, and Beavis tells him to shut up. "Whoa, I could be wrong, but I think I saw a naked chick."
Really? You mean on the TV?
"No, Butt Munch, in the TV."
You mean like inside where the tubes are and stuff?
Butt-Head then argues about seeing the naked chick. That's your music videos. Now let's get into the fun facts. There's not many fun facts about this episode or any kind of behind the scenes stuff. It was officially released on the Chicks and Stuff home video, and Naked Colony is the 7th episode of Season 3 of Beavis and Butt-Head, and it is the 38th episode overall. IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, gives Beavis and Butt-Head Naked Colony a 7.5 out of 10 rating. Now, I'll give you my review. Well, growing up as a youngster, I had seen this episode. Seen it quite a bit because it was on one of the 4 VHS tapes that my dad had recorded Beavis and Butt-Head episodes on back in the day. So that's how we watched and rewatched episodes of Beavis and Butt-Head. It was from my dad recording like hours and hours, and most of the time a lot of them were reruns, and so this popped up quite a bit, Naked Colony. Didn't know what testosterone was, or the word testosterone, being, 7 years old. Mostly just inside Butt-Head's reproductive organs, and like I knew zooming in on his crotch what it was, but I didn't know what was exactly they were trying to say with the big words as a kid. I don't know if I'm just desensitized from seeing it so much. I watched this just today, and I hadn't seen it in almost 10 years, but I still almost knew it beat for beat. And like I said, I don't know if I'm desensitized, but I just didn't really find it that funny. Some things were funny, but I'd probably say that the peak of it is seeing Beavis and Butt-Head as old men and talking about their greatest achievement was seeing naked people. That is pretty funny. So maybe I take that back. That is pretty funny. I forget that part in this episode exists. It's not mediocre. It's not right down the line. It's not perfect either. It's not one of the funniest ones. But I would say it's in between. So I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. The music videos were good. So overall, it was a very decent to very good episode. So that's why I give it what I give it. So there we go. Beavis and Butt-Head in Naked Colony gets a 7 out of 10.